Hey gang, Tim Healy here. My friend Jerry bet me one whole dollar that I could not make this old snare drum sound good. Now I think you all remember what happened the last time I tried to fix up an old snare drum.
I found mold.
But I double checked this time, there is no mold in this one. So let's take a closer look at this bad boy. Okay, so this is a Rogers 6-lug snare drum with a coated Evans G1 on top. It has my least favorite muting system of all, duct tape. And on the bottom there is a no-name resonant head, and it has a 14-strand snare wire set. It also passes the magnet test, so we know that it's not aluminum. Now there's no serial number or any other identifying marks on the badge of this drum. My guess, it was manufactured between 1975, 1985, somewhere in there. But if any of you all know better and you can identify this drum, please leave a comment below. And while you're there, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Okay, so part of the conditions of this bet are that I cannot put new heads on this drum or spend any money on parts. Now I can use anything that I happen to find around the house. So basically, this is a tuning challenge. But before I tune, let's go ahead and take a listen to it as is. You want to know something? It's really not all that bad. From what Jerry told me, I expected this thing to sound a lot worse. But let's go ahead and tune. Now the first thing I'm going to do is pull off the duct tape. And the reason I hate putting duct tape on heads in the first place is when you pull it off, as I found out, it tends to take the coating along with it. With the tape gone, I'll pull the top head off entirely and get rid of any stick debris and dust. While I have it apart, I'll give it a buff with a little barkeeper's friend. Next thing I'm going to do is tune the bottom head tabletop tight. Now you want to be careful when tuning the bottom head. Snare reso heads are super thin, so make adjustments a little bit at a time, because if you're too aggressive, you're going to break it. Then finally, I'll put the top head back on and tune to my liking, which is about a medium high. Okay, so when I finished tuning this drum, I still wasn't 100% happy with the sound. And that's when I noticed that the snare wires were uneven and the old nylon was beginning to slip. Lucky for me, I had a roll of gross grain ribbon in the house, and I swapped the plastic for this ribbon. Now you can get this at a craft store and it's about $5. Basically what you do is you take the old plastic as a template, and that's how you know how long to cut the ribbon. Now, this ribbon will fray when you cut it unless you cut it at an angle or you dab the ends with a little glue. That will prevent it from fraying. So now that we're all finally done tuning, let's go ahead and take another listen. Okay, so I like it. Personally speaking, I didn't think it was all that bad before. All I did was make a few minor adjustments and tune the whole drum up a little bit higher. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing back to Jerry and get my dollar. And in the meantime, keep hitting things with sticks, and we'll see you next time right here on HeeleyDrums. Take care.